When Asian lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When black lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I want to thank all the amazing community organizers and people that put this on today. And I want to thank all the amazing people that are here today. You're giving your time and your energy, which are two things you can't get back. You can't buy it. You can't get time back. My name is Toussaint Morrison, and I'm a community member here in the Twin Cities. And I'm your brother. I'm your family member in pain. I'm your family member in trauma. I'm your family member in melanin. I'm your family member in this city. I am you and you are me. And growing up in Minneapolis, growing up with my classmates, Yua, Tang, Yia, Kong, Zhang, the list goes on. We sat in classrooms with kids from East Africa, Southeast Asia, African American kids, North African kids, white kids, Latinx kids from all over. And although I don't know my native tongue, because my ancestors were stolen and brought here, a lot of my friends knew their native tongue. And many of them did not want to assimilate to lose it. And I found that so honorable. I found that so amazing that folks could carry so much culture here, but at the same time be endangered for representing that culture, be threatened for presenting their culture. And because as an African American, I don't necessarily know my culture, I'd have to go back sometime. I found it amazing to watch others revel in that. And although we came from different parts of the world, we saw eye to eye because we were treated the same. So when I say I'm your brother in pain, I mean that. When I say that I'm your brother in trauma, I mean that. And when we sat in detention halls looking at one another, and when we sat in the principal's office looking at one another and not seeing our other classmates of lighter skin tones not be there, we knew that we were in the same struggle. This goes out to you, to all the family here, to all the family in Frogtown, to all the family in Minneapolis, to all the family all over this country. I am you and you are me. And that fight and that struggle is mine as much as it is yours. And the thing that's so beautiful right now is that we have these chairs out here for the elders. And that's there for a reason. You respect those that have come before you. You respect your elders. You respect your ancestors that stood on the edge of a dime to make sure that you would live and breathe for the future to come. And when Tashira says that we're here for human life, we mean that. We mean that we are here to value life. And we have to say that because our lives have been devalued. We have been looked at as expendable. We have been looked at as free labor. We have been looked at as the slaves who came before us. We have been looked at as inhuman, as lesser than human. And so we have to gather together to say we're not going to be treated that way. We're going to be treated as humans, just like you. So when we say stop Asian hate, we can also add stop racism. We can also add dismantling white supremacy. We can also add dismantling racially charged derogatory hate crimes. And you do said it. You do said hate crime without even hesitating. Yet it has taken the Cherokee County Police Department further investigation to determine what happened in Ackworth, Georgia, a hate crime. Do you need more evidence to know that that was a hate crime? You don't. You saw it with your conscience. You saw it with your own eyes. A lot of us had to wait to be told that we were special, or that we were valuable, or that we mattered, until we stood up and said it. And when you hear officials say, hold on a second, I don't know if that was a hate crime. Or elected officials that say, hold on a second. I don't know if I can say Black Lives Matter publicly. You have to ask yourself, what are they protecting? What are the institutions? What is the power? What is the legacy that they're protecting? I know that I am your family because they used you as they used my ancestors to build this country. Do not get it twisted. There is a fence between us and this building for a reason. What are they protecting? There is barbed wire between us and the 3rd, 4th, and 5th precincts. What are they protecting? There is barbed wire between us and the Hennepin County Government Center. What are they protecting? What are they withholding from you? What are they withholding from you? And you know that something is up and you're feeling a certain way because you're feeling trauma. And I go back to Chia Shir Fong Vu's daughter. And she said this last week at the action. She said that gun violence, when her father was shot down by the police, she said something very, very simple. It's very basic. And it's what happened in Acworth, Georgia, and it's what happened to your ancestors and my ancestors as well. She said, it's tough when you lose somebody, when a life is stolen because you can't say goodbye. You don't get to say I love you. You don't get to look them in their eyes and tell them that they mean something to you. They mean the world to you. They mean the universe to you. They're stolen. So when you talk about the lives that were stolen in Acworth, Georgia, in a hate crime, it's not just 6, it's not just 8, and some person that got shot. It is an entire community that has resonated from there to here, to Myanmar, to all over the globe. It affects all of us. And I want to wrap this up very quickly with the song. I want you to think about your parents. Everybody here. Who were your parents? What would they say right now if they could see you? How did you get here? Who are your parents' parents? What would they say right now if they could see you here? And what did they do to make sure that you got here? And now think about your parents' parents. Get really far out there. Who were they and what did they do? What did they have to go through? Now I want you to sing with me. You can be out of key, but you can't be off rhythm, okay? Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. Come on. Ancestors watching. No, I know. Louder! Ancestors watching, I know they're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. Louder! They're watching you right now. They're watching you right now. They're accessing your energy right now. They see you. They are living and breathing through you. They know you and they have known you through this whole time that it would come here. Your ancestors are living in you right now. Ancestors watching, I know. I know. One more time. Ancestors watching, I know. They're watching. Ancestors watching, I know. And I know that they're proud of you. Thank you. All power to the people.
Thank you, Hassan. And next we have